Hey, so I'm Sophie, and I've been asked by Colour Our World to tell you about me. So this is me. Hi. My journey. I think I'm a little bit different to a lot of T-girls out there, a lot of trans women, because everybody I meet says, "Oh, I knew when I was 5, and I've struggled all my life." Well, I'm actually just turning 56 next week, and so a bit silly to say next week when you're watching this at any time, but in July I'm turning 56, and I've only known about being Sophie since I was 55, so I'm a year old. So it doesn't always work like that, that you know, and I have now looked back on my life and seen signposts once I realized who I was and who I am. So a little bit of a different life journey for me. An amazing life journey, a very quick life journey for me as well, and I'm loving every moment of it. It's not to say it's all sunshine and roses. We all have bad days. You can ask my computer screen from the other night. Oops, was I meant to say that? Yes, girls do throw tantrum at equipment. It happens. But yeah, so this is me. Basically, I grew up in Africa, and I didn't have any knowledge of being trans. I was a cross-dresser since I was 15, and that to me didn't really signify anything. That was more for sexual gratification than for any sort of being anybody else. And it was only last year when I started coming out to friends as bi after a relationship change, and also coming out as a cross-dresser, that one of my friends turned around to me and he said, "If you're a cross-dresser, what's your name?" And I remember thinking, I didn't know cross-dressers actually had names. So I said, "Well, no offence if she's watching this, but I really didn't like Davina McCall. Sorry, Davina." But I didn't think that would be the name. So my friend said, "You know what? You strike me as a Sophie." And it was almost like putting a key in a box and opening it. Sophie popped up and said, "I'm here now." And my life changed, definitely for the better. That's all I can say, definitely for the better. Initially, I thought, well, I'm non-binary. Sometimes I feel like a girl, sometimes I feel like a guy. That didn't last very long, give it about 3 weeks actually, and just the girl took over. I hadn't come out to work, but my dress got more and more, well, can we say obscure rather than bizarre, and eventually it prompted my boss to turn around to me and say, "Look, we really need to talk about, I know we've got a casual dress code here, but I really would like something with a collar. I know you're going through changes, but if we can look at this." And I thought, wow, my boss has just mentioned changes. So I said, "About the changes, yeah, we need to talk about those." So we sat down and had a chat, and he was amazingly understanding. He wasn't very knowledgeable about transgender, but he was prepared to fit in. He did say he didn't want to hurt my feelings, but a lot of the customers had asked if he had Davina working for him. So I said, "Well, please tell them that you're very happy that you have Sophie working for you." We haven't got him calling me Sophie yet, but I'm aware from doing the deed poll and stuff, so I don't mind if he misnames me or misgenders me at the moment. I'm not dysphoric about that. I have other things I can get dysphoric about. At the moment, that's not bothering me, but I think come next year, when I start doing deed polls, and he will formally obviously have documentation that says that's my name, and legally I should be answering the phone and be referred to that. But that's another bridge, we'll cross it when we get there. At the moment, I'm happy being me. I've made so many friends. I feel now that I actually fit in, whereas that's one thing I can look back in my life and say, I never fit. I would go to Boy Scouts or Cubs, I think they called them back then. I would go and join other groups, and I always felt the odd person out. At school, I was the odd person out. At college, I was the odd person out. But now, I actually feel I belong. Though, of course, in the terms of the real world, I've really outed myself as not belonging. But you know what? I belong to who I believe in, and I belong to me, and I belong to all the amazing people that I hang out with. Colour Our World, for example, all the LGBT groups, and it's a very, very good feeling to be loved, to be respected, and to belong. I've been very, very lucky in my journey. I've told you my journey is very young. I've only been around a year, and in that time, touch wood, I've not really had any hate incidents, hate crimes. I've heard horrendous stories. I cry when I hear those stories because it's so unnecessary. You don't have to believe I'm a girl or whatever, because I'm not. I'm a trans woman. But I do ask you respect me, and you accept me. That's all I want. I'm not offending you, and don't offend me. The other thing I think I'd like to put across is when I first, a year ago, decided that this is who I was. I knew who I was. It was in me. I was so scared that, oh, maybe I'm not valid. Maybe I'm not a real trans girl because I may not complete my journey. You know what? I'm valid if I'm a cross-dresser. I'm valid if I only take hormones. I'm valid if I don't take hormones because I'm me. And what I love about the group of people I mix is we love each other, we accept each other, and everybody is valid. So if you're watching this and you're sort of hiding things, or you're a bedroom dresser and you're scared to come out, don't be. I mean, I'm full-time now. I wouldn't have believed this a year ago. And it's the most amazing feeling when you achieve your first day walk. Yes, it's scary. It's scary going out at night clubbing, knowing that things could go wrong. But you know what? I could go out drinking as a guy and things could go wrong, because this is a really crazy world we live in now. But if you are going to go out, be confident, be you, and be happy, and enjoy your freedom and enjoy your life, because that's what we're here for. We have such a short life now, so make it count. I'm certainly doing that. Love you.